Am I the asshole for taking my girlfriend's daughters on a motorcycle ride? Honestly, I have a feeling that we're gonna read something that's gonna say like, I don't want her to start looking for motorcyclists. I want my girlfriend to like have taste. I'm so sorry if it's this. So I've been with my girlfriend for just under a year. We don't live together yet, but we plan on moving together around April. I'm finishing renovation in my house. She has a daughter, 14, from a previous marriage. I don't really interact with her daughter that much. Well, we'll say hi to each other, but man, you're gonna live with them. You're gonna live with them in like 3 months, and you're like, I don't interact with her. Wonderful, good start. I don't really interact with her, but we'll say hi to each other, etc. But we've never actually spent any one-on-one time together. On Tuesday, my girlfriend called me and asked if I could pick her up from school and take her to lunch because she had to stay late at work. Honestly, it's freaking nice that his take on the thing is more like, yeah, I will do that. Like, there's so many stupid stepfather that are like, I'd rather not be in the life of that kid, but like be in your life. That sounds so great. That sounds like a good way to approach the thing. So he agreed. I decided to take my bike because the weather was pretty decent. It was cold, but it wasn't raining. So after I picked her daughter up, we went from some kebabs, and afterward her daughter asked me if she could ride around with me for a bit before I take her home. I didn't know she was into motorcycle. Maybe she didn't either. So I thought that this might be an opportunity to bond with her. So we drove around some countryside road for about an hour, and then I dropped her off. That same evening, my girlfriend called me and she was furious that I picked her daughter up from school on my bike. I told her that she never said I couldn't use my bike, and she didn't. Like, we had a small argument and she called me selfish and irresponsible. Man, but I still think I didn't do anything wrong. You didn't do anything wrong. Like, if you go against the rule, okay? Someone could be like, yeah, you went against my rule, but she didn't set up the rule. And as long as like, your girlfriend knows you're into bike, you have a bike. She's probably into bike as well, but she understands, or she knows that like bike accidents, when they do happen, are way more likely to probably like put an end to your own life. Because when you're in a car, you are in the missile. When you are on a bike, you become the missile. It's not the same kind of damage when shit happens. I lost a cousin to a bike accident, and yeah, like there's no way you come out of that kind of accident unscattered. Like how to make it short, he ended up split it in two, and that happens. It's something that can happen to you in car, but the accident will have to be way more violent, you know. So yeah, okay, we have first one that is commenting like, is like, I'm a motorcyclist and I would not take a minor without asking. I'm wow, I get surprised. There's a lot of people that go like for the you're the asshole here. I mean, I still don't think you did anything wrong. The endem of assholes. You're the asshole. You're in the part, but like, we know that motorcycles are objectively less safe. Is it to the point that like, I feel like it's coming from such a good place. I said that, but I feel like it's coming from such a good place. I don't know. Yet car are worse. What do you mean cars are worse, Kim? Do you mean there's more car incidents? It's like, are you sure? Because my feeling is that, and that's a feeling. It's a feeling. Okay, my feeling is that there's more car than motorcycle on the road. So if we're going just by like purely the amount of accident, car will win. But I'm curious about two things. Which one has on pro rata the highest number of accident, So I mean like numbers of accident based on the amount of vehicles that are on the road. You know what I mean? And like, let's say summertime, give a chance to the motorcycle to actually drive, you know? And I would also be curious of how much, like, what's the percentage of death that happens on motorcycle? We still barely hear about motorcycle accident on the news. Yeah, I feel it's just because, like, when you are in a car accident, you are causing damage around you. When you are into a motorcycle accident, you're the one being damaged. I'm not sure if what I'm saying makes sense here, but like, people will get a little bit less pissed by that. And this is feelings. Those are not stat. Like, don't take this as an opinion. I can recognize when we're not going into like the fact realm. Take this as an opinion. Yeah, you know, that opinion is mine. And like, for now, it's then I will have to do research about this to be able to confirm or confirm my POV there. But yeah. I think that resumed my take. Yeah, that's gonna be it. And that's one of the night. Throw away. Okay, am I the asshole for outright mentioning pumping in my do not disturb sign? Is pumping what I think it is? Is pumping what I talking about, like filling up a car? I'm a nursing mom and I am fortunate to have my own office. Initially, nursing. Okay, good. Initially, when I returned to work, I would, pumping as in like pumping milk. My door and put a sign asking people to please return in 15 minutes. Unfortunately, I would still have people banging at the door every few minutes and trying to talk to me through the door, or even jiggling the handle, asking if I could just whatever. My word that I need 15 undisturbed minutes wasn't enough, and it made my pumping session really stressful. And anyone who's ever pumped knows stress can really mess up the pumping, and it makes it less efficient. So I amended the sign and said, pumping, please return in 15 minutes. That cut down to the disturbance, but apparently now a couple of coworkers have complained that it's too much information and making them uncomfortable. Am I the asshole for outright announcing when I'm pumping? I mean, like, let's be freaking honest. Why the fudge aren't we? Okay, why? In 2023, aren't we more accustomed to the idea of letting people pump? That's gonna be my take on that. Like, I'm a nursing mom, and I'm fortunate enough to have my own office. So basically, you're bringing your baby at home or at the job, have your office, and you say to people, don't piss me off for those 15 minutes. I'm pumping. How? How is it a problem? How is it a problem? I must not be living in the same world as most people. I don't know. It is such the basic thing. Like, there's so many people getting freaked out when like a woman just like feed their own kids in public. And I'm just like, yeah, there's probably nothing more natural than freaking feeding a baby. Why are we freaking out when people are just feeding their freaking babies? And to some point, those 15 minutes, I don't know what job you're doing, but I will guess that like 15 minutes in most jobs are not going to be critical most of the time. And if it is very critical, they're going to be like, oh, pumping, it's more important than pumping. Like, but if it's not, they will be like, no, okay, pumping, bye, it's fine, bye. Just because people are retarded. No, we're not using that word, Yum. We're not using that word. And I don't want to fight with them. And to come back on the last one that we've seen. Oh, good, yeah. And so you say on 10K motorcycle, there's an average of 104.7 death on the road versus 55 death for cars. So basically, we are confirming that like motorcycle are actually close to twice as dangerous to have a death accident, like that situation on the road. Fair enough. Like, I get why she called him selfish and everything, but I still hurt a bit. Like, he's the asshole. Fair. I'll admit. I'll agree. I'll give it to them. But, and yeah, we had a wife in research in the background. So, yeah, I'll give it to them. Like, he's the asshole, but in hacked. Okay, he's the asshole in hacked. Not in what motivated the hack. Like, there's many ways to be an asshole. The same way there's another way to be the evil character in a campaign. Okay, you can be evil by your action, or you can be evil by your motivation. And I think in this one we have someone that is evil by his action, but it's motivated by something good. Okay. People are not the most cold pizza pocket out of the box. Oh, that's a gentle way to say this. I like to say that they're not the sharpened, the most sharpened Crayola in the box, or the sharpest tool in the shed. I think those are good ways to like also insult someone gently. We'll say it like this. I will go and kill the background music because we're opening some Pathfinder, and I will put it in the background here. And here comes our awkward moment, guys. But again, it's from what, 0.01% chance to 0.02. Yeah, it's a bias, I know, but like, yeah, it's a big time too. It's a small time too, but it's a time too.